to visit the altar of a saint. But this is no ordinary saint. She is Santa Muerte, Saint Death.
I decided to do another reading with Santa Muerte. She wanted to do another reading. So she specifically told me this reading is going to be for those who lost loved ones to any type of sickness. So I'm going to channel her real quick and we're going to see what she wants to say. I come for messages for those who have been victims of corruption. Corruption within Mexico and the governments who have not provided any health care for any individuals. And she says you know what she's talking about. This is also for corruption in the United States, for those who didn't get help, who couldn't afford help, especially for like sick family members. Cancers is what she says. And other blood disorders. She says that the Knight of Cups is news, so she's coming in with the news. If you notice, he's like coming in here to give news. The news that she's giving, this means for corruption. When you get the King of Cups, that can be like corruption. And that is poverty, sickness. So she says there's a lot of corruption, and these were people that have died because of this. She's bringing in a Lupita Garcia that has passed away. Tell my family that I love them and my transition was fine. Not to worry about me. We have a Lupe Martinez coming in. This individual died of breast cancer. Send love to my family. Let them know that I am fine. And the transition was good. She's unleashing the bells of those of the dead to give messages. She's going to be giving me names as we speak. Joe, I hear Joe Garza. Heart attack. Tell my wife that I'm okay. And my kids that I send my love. And I'm hearing Jennifer Lupita. Cantinera, I think her last name is. This individual lost the battle of cancer. She's coming in to give love to her family now. There's also Juan Luis. He says he's the third. You'll know who he is. He's the third. Send my family my love and know that I'm okay. Sorry, guys, I keep moving. When I channel, I move too much. There's also a Jessica Luna. I heard she lost her battle. I want to say it was leukemia. I could be wrong, but it's something like leukemia and that type of disease. Autoimmune. I'm hearing a George Lopez, but it's not the George Lopez singer, another Lopez. Junior, I think he's a junior. I'm hearing, I think he's from Mexico. I want to say Cartas, something like that. Send my love. There's a Jenny Rodriguez. She had cancer, but I think it's Cancerian, like in the, I want to say it's somewhere in her, I want to say in her bladder area she had cancer. Tell my daughters I love them. I'm hearing a Richard Noriega. Lost his battle to cancer. Tell my family they're with me in spirit. There's also a little girl. I think her name is Jenny. She's 5 years old. A terminal illness is what she died of. I hear, Mommy, I'm with the rainbows. Is there anything else you want to say? Something more there? We're closing the gates. Santa Muerte wanted to bring these individuals. She unveiled the gate for these to speak their truths, to give their loved ones the last voice, because these ones didn't get to. So she wanted the dead, a couple of the dead to come through. I couldn't bring them all. There's a lot of them. And it wears down my energy. So I wanted to bring in a couple. She wanted to bring in the dead to give their love to their loved ones, whoever is watching, or if you know of these names. May these messages show you that your loved ones are in good hands, and not to worry, for justice will be served on their part. These were people that didn't get proper care they should have. And the cries for them have been heard. They wanted to know if they were okay. And I will take care of the injustice in Mexico's justice system and the Judea system in the United States. Because I get many cries for this. I'm working on it. And I just wanted to check underneath the deck. You notice underneath the deck, what is that? So underneath the deck, that is the 10 of Swords. And if you notice, it's a butterfly, right? So the 10 of Swords is when you get the 10 swords on your back. I would consider it like death. You know, like the worst you can get when you get 10 swords on your back. But you resurrect, right? It don't matter. You beat death. You're the flower right there, right? You resurrect and you bloom. That's the way death is. You transmute to another level. You don't die. The soul doesn't die. The soul just blooms. It's just another level. You know, so when I see, once again, I see the flowers just blooming, and you see the skull represents death because it's transformation. There is no death. It's just another form, and that's why we see butterflies when our loved ones die, right? We hear butterflies. that's because it's a transformation. It's another level. They don't really die. They just transmute to a spirit, just another level, and they leave the shell behind. You know, that's what the butterflies do. When they leave the cocoon, they become a butterfly. The same thing we do in spirit world. So Santa Muerte wanted you to know that your loved ones are safe. They're just transmuted in another way, and they wanted to give their messages. And I hope that this messages uplifts your heart, and to let you know that their loved ones are still with us. They're just in another side, and they're communicating. So thanks Santa Muerte for opening up the doors to the gates of you know, where our loved ones are, because she wanted y'all to get those messages from your loved ones and know that they are okay, and we wanted to give those out. So thank her for that today, and I leave that with you. Thank you.